Hey guys, my name's Jason and I want to talk to y'all about some Father's Day stuff that is, roughly under $100. I'll make a list below of some other stuff, ranging from, 0 up to $500 or something like that below. So I just got back from camping. I'm a little bit haggard. My voice is a little bit scraggly, but yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, so the first one is going to be some sort of deflators. So I have the Boulder Tools. This is the Pro tire deflating kit, but you can go with really anything. I used to talk about this a lot. I haven't really talked about it much recently just because I actually ended up going with a 4 tire inflation and deflation system. So I don't use this as much, but I still keep it with me. So you get, in this box, you get a gauge right here, and you also get these automatic tire deflators. So you'll basically put your tires down to like 15 or 18 or whatever you feel comfortable with when you air down, and then you'll move this little ring on here so it stops. And so every single time you'll be able to just pull up to the trail, screw all of these on, all 4 of your tires, and they will automatically go down to exactly what you set it to. Now, I really like this, but now I've switched to a different system. So I don't use this as much, but it's good as a backup. You can also go with a kit that looks kind of like this one, but it'll pull the actual pin out, and then you can just kind of individually do each tire. That one's about the same price, and Boulder Tools has one as well. I like their stuff. I even ran this whole kit over and had to tape it, but everything inside was perfectly fine, no scratches or anything like that. So this is a really quality product. I definitely would stand by it. But I'll drop some links to this one as well as another one. And yeah, I'll drop even some links to the Quick Flate if you want to look into that. That's the 4 tire inflation system that I have. That one's a little bit more advanced, and that's how I air down and I air up. All right, so the next one is going to be this jump starter here. Now, I used to think that I didn't need a jump starter. I would just go around with a set of jumper cables and I would use that. But recently I ran into a situation where I needed to jump my own car and I was the only one out there. So this is a really great way to do that. So this is probably the most expensive thing on this list. This is $99. So you'll have this battery pack, it'll hold a charge, but you just need to make sure that every once in a while you check it and charge it. And then you just plug it in and you'll be able to jump your vehicle. So I picked this whole kit up from Spirit of 1876. I'll drop a link below. There have been some supply chain issues with this one, so I'll also drop some other links below. But yeah, something like this can really be the difference between being stuck on the side of the road, especially going out in the woods. You can get stuck on the side of the road and have no one really there to help you. So maybe you have like AAA or something like that, but they're not going to be able to help you when you're really far back in the backcountry. So I would definitely recommend getting something like this. Like I said, $99. It's the most expensive thing on this list, but it is definitely worth it. So the next one is going to be trail comms. So I mentioned this in the last video. So I have these GMRS ones as well as a ham, and I also have FRS as well. So this one is about $90, so it is on the higher end. You can get a ham radio for a little bit cheaper, but you will need a license to run this, and there is a test to take this. With GMRS, you will have a license, but you will not have to take a test. But this will actually cover your entire family. So if you get something like this for, let's say you get this for your dad, then your entire family will be able to use this one. Whereas with ham, your license will only cover you. Now, in a complete emergency, you can use this without a license, but I would recommend strongly that you get a license. It is a huge, huge fine if you don't do that. Or you can just get some FRS. I like the Midland stuff, but I'll drop some links to other brands that I think are really good, like Rugged Radios, the Midland. There's a bunch of other ones out there. So I actually used to keep this on the side of my vehicle. This is my Fiskars Axe. They also make hatchets. Either the axe or the hatchet would make really great gifts. So this is really light, and the axe is sort of like a composite plastic. It's really something that I really like. It's a nice swing, but if your dad is someone he likes wooden, old school looking stuff, then obviously don't go with this one, go with another one. Just know what your dad's into. So if he doesn't like the sleek black look then obviously don't get that for him. So this is really great, you know, either the axe or the hatchet. So I actually have a different hatchet over here, but I would prefer the Fiskars. I just couldn't get it in time. You can get like a chopping axe, you can get a splitting axe, anything like that. But I really like the Fiskars stuff. This has held up really well, and I just really like the weight of it. This handle is really good also for mounting with the quick fists, so that's why a lot of people who do the overlanding and the camping stuff really like to go with this Fiskars stuff. But like I said, I will also drop some links below to some more traditional looking, kind of like fancy stuff. This one's pretty cheap and it does the job, and I've actually used this for years, and it's done perfectly fine for me. So something I think that would be really cool is some sort of fire extinguisher. Now, I'm not actually gonna necessarily even recommend that you get this fire extinguisher. I got this one thinking I could save some money because I really liked the Element fire extinguisher. This is like a little stick. It fits in your dash. It can fit on like my Desert Does It panel up there on the front. I went with this one because I thought I could save some money. Then I ended up having to buy a Blue Ridge Overland bag up there. So this plus the bag ended up costing me more than that little Element one. So I would actually recommend getting the Element. It's like a little stick. If you want to save a little bit of money, you can just buy something like this. If there's like a bin, or you know, you have a drawer system or something like that, you can set it in there. I wanted to keep this out in the open, so I keep it in the bag over there. But like I said, I think the little Element one is a really cool one. I'll probably end up getting that at some point in time so I can have it up front. I will drop a link to both this and that, as well as a few others that I think are, you know, really great options for keeping inside your vehicle. You don't want to have those big red ones inside your vehicle. That's just no real point to that. So this is definitely something I would recommend for camping, but also you can just have it around the house in the backyard. This is an Eno double nest hammock. I use this thing all the time. I used to camp with this, but now I just bring it to the campsite and just hang out with it. Now, I have had this since I believe 2010 or 2011, and this is still holding up. I have had to patch it one time, only because a dog bit the side of it. It wasn't my dog. So you can camp with this. If you're gonna camp with it, I would definitely recommend getting the double nest. But if you're just relaxing around site, it's only a few bucks more to get the double nest, so I would say get that. But if you want to save a little bit of money, you can get the single nest like this one. Either one of these, even though this is the single nest and that's the double nest, I think they're considering that you're going to have two people sleep in the double nest, but I don't really think you could fit two people in that. It just wouldn't really be comfortable. So in that situation, I still would recommend getting the double nest, not this single nest. Now the last thing is sort of a bonus, but if your father has like a favorite YouTuber or Instagrammer, then you can always get them like a t-shirt or, you know, patch, hat, something like that. I think this is a really overlooked one. If your, you know, dad really enjoys somebody's content, then you can check that out. I know I personally really like that kind of stuff, so you know, I'm always open for YouTubers sending me shirts, stuff like that. But yeah, I think that your dad might really appreciate it if you know, he follows like Overland or, you know, Last Line of Defense or something like that. You know, he would probably really enjoy a t-shirt, a patch, or something like that from his favorite YouTuber. Anyways, guys, that being said, that is pretty much it for this video. I will drop all of the links below, as well as a much more expanded list below, and I'll probably try to put it from like lowest to highest, so it'll be as cheap as possible, and then I will go above 100 in that list below, just so if you want to go over $100, then you know, you can check that out below. You know, something like this Devos Lite, which is a little bit over 100. I wish it could make the list, but it was just a little bit over 100. So yeah, that being said, guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.